What would Jesus find if he came here today? Would he find a zeal for God's house? Or would he find people who prefer convenience over reverence? Here because they feel they have to be here, not because they want to be here. Here for their own selfish gain, or to receive the gifts that God offers. You know this service is probably going to be at least an hour and 15 minutes. We've got communion today. Does that work for you? Is that convenient? Does that fit into your schedule? Why does church have to be on Sunday morning? It's one of your only 2 days off, if you're lucky. Maybe you only have 1 day off. And it's so early. And there's so many other things happening on Sunday morning that you could go to. Maybe you're only here because mom and dad made you come today. You were out late with your friends last night, and now, 8 a.m. service. Why? Stop droning on, Pastor. Let's get this over with. Maybe you're only here to get what you want out of worship. Now, there's no buying or selling or changing money in the entryway. And maybe it's a little hard to understand in a positive sense, so let me rephrase it in a negative sense. If you're not getting what you want, hymns written in the right century, although you'll notice that we have a hymn from the 16th century and the 21st century today, a message, perhaps, that points you to yourself and what you can do because you already know what your Savior's done. A sermon that's less than 20 minutes. A sermon that's more than 30 minutes. No one's ever asked me for that. If you're not getting it, whatever it is, are you tempted to think that worship is then worthless? Today, Jesus comes to drive out our misconceptions about worship. He chases out the preference for convenience over reverence. He drives away the desire for selfish gain. He changes worship from an obligation to a privilege. And he does that by giving what is promised in the third commandment. We heard it today. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, but he rested on the Sabbath day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. That word Sabbath means rest. And Jesus has come to bring rest. You come to worship weary and burdened, beaten down by life. Some of you have received a harsher beating this week than others. Sure, there were good moments, but there were rough moments too. You got frustrated with your family. They got frustrated with you. No one noticed your hard work. Maybe you didn't put in the hard work that you should have. You went to your 1,000th doctor's appointment this year, and it's only March. The things in your house didn't work the way that they're supposed to, even broke, and now you have to replace them. It's frustrating. Maybe life was just even hard, and you can't even put your finger on why. You need rest. More than anything, when you come to worship, what you need is rest. And that's what Jesus comes to bring.